Okay, another feature here. Wait a minute. Okay, you have. Let me find a. If I wanted to put a hi hat in here, I could go in and just get a hi hat sound. Let me type. Oh, yeah, I forgot you can do this. I wonder why my thing does that every time. I can't see my. I want to. No. No, 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 no. Okay, I don't want any of those. I want an electric hi-hat. Maybe it will be one in here. Nope, nope. Okay, well, I'll go where I know where it is. Again, I don't know anything about the file menu, the loop menu in there yet, so I'll just go where I know I can find one real quick. Okay, so that's not a one that I would normally use, but I can send that to sample one. All I did was right click it, send to sample one, and it sends it into the sampler. I can go in and grab that one file. Wait a minute, come on, brother. I can't get the thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. I can grab that one file. Now it's on my keys. Snatch out some sustain out of it. I can filter it. Now I want to go like that, but I think I got a little space in the front. Let's see. Feels like it is. Yeah. Okay. Another feature. Record panel. Go to your record panel and you can see note repeat here. So if I wanted to go in and just give me a 16 note, I can do it that way. I can do it that way. I can go in and, or I can go in and inside the piano roll, which is really dope, and do it this way. I can just go in and hold down. Oh, turn on the pencil tool, of course, first. Right here, and I can just whatever I wanted to do. That is dope. And you can also go inside of each one of these joints. You can split it at the grid. If I change the grid to 30 seconds, I can split it at the grid and it will split it like this. Watch. So it's going to give me a little roll. That's crazy. Split it at the grid again. Now I got a whole loop. If I wanted to start it off with the roll here, I can do the same thing. Split it at the grid. Now I have a 5-bar loop, a 4-bar loop of hi-hats, and I just copied and pasted it. And that's the workflow of Studio One that I'm talking about. It's little stuff like that. And if I don't even want to use that. I go up. The note repeat song. That's just some of the simple things that I like about Studio One. And I mean, it's crazy because I can take all of that and say I don't even want any of this. I just want to save this as an idea. This is something that changes up the whole face of this. I want to save this loop here as an idea. I could just drag it there and put it there. Boom. And it's there. It's there for me whenever I want to go back to it. I can go and drag it, drop it, drag it into to another session. I can go and create another session while this session is open. I can drag that there if I wanted to. I can do whatever I wanted to do with that sound because it's over here in this browser menu. This browser is such a dangerous tool. It's so much stuff you can do inside of this browser. You can go and grab anything on your computer if it's as long as it's in the format of Studio One's audio formats or video formats. You can drag it into your timeline. That's crazy. You can drag your MP3 straight into your timeline, your waves straight into your timeline. I mean, time stretching, um, audio bins, all of that stuff. That's the stuff that really made me realize I really needed to get in Studio One because, for example, if I needed to go and grab something quick, I could just go grab it and put it in there. Boom. And I can manipulate it however I want. I can do whatever I want to do to it at any given time. That's a game changer for a producer, for a songwriter, for a composer, for a sound designer. I mean, it's crazy the ability of this DAW. And with three, with them enhancing the presence situation, I can't wait to dial in on this thing here because it seems like I can go in and add not presence. Is it presence? Yeah, presence. I can go in and add old contact libraries and old samples inside of here and make my own thing with that and the multi option, the multi instrument option joint. I can go in and manipulate sounds and make my own sounds. I'm big on making my own sounds because I make my own drums, I make my own uh, chains and all of that stuff. So a lot of the stuff that I like to do is never really inside of a dedicated VST. It's mostly something that I, even if the stuff is, um, if it is a dedicated VST, it's something that I've manipulated or something that I've EQ'd or did something weird to it because I like to make my own sound distinctive. Like if this track was done, by the time you heard it, you wouldn't even realize it was the same track because I wouldn't keep it that trappy sound. I was doing that for, of course, the demonstration to show you how quick and easy it is to do. Okay, so other than that, I think that's about all. Let me check my list. I didn't even get into the copy the groove thing where you can go in and I can take the groove of the symbols and make my own groove template. I didn't even get into that. Sorry, but that's here. I can just grab this here and put that up there, and that creates my own groove template. I can save it as crashes, and it will load over here in my template, my groove template drop down menu, and I can just go and add that. Boom, and I can quantize whatever I need to do with that grid, that groove template or grid or whatever you want to call it. That's real vital because I had a sample one time I was working on this artist that's on a major label, and they were trying to get the track produced correctly, and the file that they had, it had a groove, a drum groove on it, and it was sequenced and it was a groove, but they didn't know what the swing was, they didn't know what the groove was, they didn't know how to get that groove. They tried all types of things, so I just took the sample and I loaded it and I snatched the groove from that actual sample. And when I did that, I loaded it and I played my own drums, my own drum sequence. Not I didn't take the drum sequence they had. I took my own drum sequence and I made it into my own. And of course, I added that groove swing or that swing or whatever you want to call it, the groove that they had on the original, and it fit right into the original groove, but it had a better pattern to it. And people was trying to figure out, how did you do that? How did you do that? And they were trying to get other people to do another version of the track, and they couldn't because they didn't even know how I got the groove in the first place. And so that's something that's a deadly tool when it comes to Studio One to be able to do that and have people confused. I love having people confused on how to do that. That's something that I learned from. Well, I picked up from Timberland. He always wants somebody to be like, "What? How did you do that? How did you do this?" You know what I'm saying? So and that's very important when it comes to production and creating your own sound. Being able to do something that people can't really figure out off the initial listen. You know what I mean? They can go and dial in and figure it out, but the initial listen, you're like, well, how did you do that? So, other than that, I mean, that's why I came to Studio One. The pitch options over here, transpose, I can change the sound of the notes real easy. Just scroll wheel, whatever. I can do all of that. I can go in and the piano roll thing. Of course, I can snatch this, make it turn it into edit with Melodyne. Melodyne. I could edit it with Melodyne, change it to the melodic algorithm, and I could just go in and, well, they did it for both of them. But best case scenario, I could go in and take this. I'll just make two of them just for visual sake, and just grab the MIDI and drag it down. And now I have those sounds right here. That same sound, that same pattern will be played through these sounds. That's crazy. That's unheard of, to be able to integrate Melodyne into a DAW and then have the production capabilities to go and do what you wanted to do with it in the end and still keep your pattern going. And then if you didn't like any of this stuff and you wanted to do something totally different, guess what? You can go to the new thing called Scratchpad, boom, and say, you know what? I don't know if I'm doing this right here, but I'm gonna do it how I've figured it out, and just go over there and say, you know what? I don't like none of this. I want to start over. And guess what? You can just go put that over there. That's gone to its own little memo pad. Boom. And now you can start over here, and you can have this saved as one idea, have another idea, and guess what? I'm still in the same session. Like that. Also, you can open up another song. You can not import. You can go open up a new song and start a whole different idea right there on the whim. Boom. I'm right there. I'm starting something different. I want to go add something totally different to this vibe. I want to do something totally different than what I was doing. Let me add this here. I'm ready to go. Boom. Just like that. It's going. It's simple, man. It's great. And it opens up the creative process when you're creating with Studio One Pro. I know it was on 3, and I know the enhancements that they made in. I know it wasn't 2, but I know with the enhancement that they made on 3, it's even better. I could tell because this feature right here alone that changes up the whole thing. I can do something over here and say, nah, I don't like that, and I can go put it over there and try it again. Or then I say, well, you know what I had may have been tight at first. Let's go back and get that one, put it back over there. It's not even it's seamless. It's just like, then I can go and do another one if I wanted to. I already have 2, 3 loaded here. I can go add another one if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's so producer friendly. I would say that producer friendly, and not to knock any of the other DAWs because they have their special features that Studio One doesn't have. But as far as production, I couldn't see myself using any of those other tools. Me personally, this is what I use. This is what I've been using for the last 4 years, 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and I don't plan on changing. It's ridiculous. It's just crazy, man. The stuff that you can do with this DAW. And I didn't even get into dialing in on all of the stuff that I actually really do, as far as the loops and all of that stuff, and actually playing the things and the grids and the snapping to the grids and the cutting the samples. I didn't even get into all that, and I'm already 30 minutes in. I mean, you do the math. It's pretty simple. It's a no brainer. I vote for S1 to be number 1 this year. Me personally. The guys at Personas really did their thing this go around. All of my friends were wondering, when is the new Studio One coming out? When is this coming out? Oh, they haven't dropped the new 3, huh? When is the new 3 coming out? Like, dude, just hold on, bro. You'll see. And when it came out, I made sure to call all of the people that said something and let them know, hey, you waited this long, and it's here, and it's blowing your dog out of the water. And they were like, yeah, I heard, man, I heard. So once again, it's your boy Snipe Young with the produce market, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry that I got a little long-winded, but hey, I'm talking about Studio One Pro 3, and I'm talking about something I love to do. So hey, what can I say? Have fun.